This is a pretty enthralling battle for 7th and 8th position between David Bernard and Garth Tander. Ford versus Holden. Laps 7 of 13 here at the V8 Supercar Championship of 2002.
Two cars that are returning to competitiveness. In 2002, David Bernard and Garth Tander both had terrible seasons last year. A bit of a rethink has got them both starting to get more competitive. This is the battle group. Bernard in 7th, Tander in 8th, Richards in 9th. And you've been having a bit of a hand in the development of these Queensland-based Fords, Wayne.
Yes, I joined the team and had my first drive of the car at the end of last year in December. And when I first drove the car, I knew that something wasn't quite right, and we've had some pretty good test days, and we've made some pretty big changes, and they're improving a lot. And you know, David's starting to like the car a lot, and he had a lot of problems with it last year when he wasn't competitive. And as you can see, he's getting stronger, and I still think there's more pace in the cars. And Marcus is doing very well at the front, but we've got to, you know, ultimately we're trying to catch Scaife and HRT, but we've got a bit more work to do. And I think that by mid-season, I think that you're going to see the Stone Brothers cars. My teammate here in the Caltex Haviland car, and obviously Ambrose, I think we can catch them. I think we can catch HRT and have a nibble on them by about mid-season.
The bonnet is still up on the Lansvale Smash Repairs Commodore. Cameron Colville, what's happening?
Well, Rusty, it started running rough down the front straight on the second lap, and I just came in, it's just lost a heap of power, and it's now got oil pressure warning on the dash as well, so yeah, I thought it sounded terminal. It was getting slower and slower, so I came in.
Your home round in Sydney, it's a tough way to start.
Yeah, it is, but hey, we did it off the back of Phillip Island, so we'll give it a crack tomorrow or in race 2.
Thanks, Cam.
Just take a look at this fight for 10th position as Craig Lowndes breathes fire all over the back of Jason Bright's Holden Racing Team Commodore. The 00 Motorsport Ford Falcon with the green eyes has been all over the back of him. Sandwiched behind Lowndes is Todd Kelly, and John Bowers also part of that battle group. Lowndes has a look up the inside but thinks twice. Bright closes him out. That's through turn 10.
I wonder what's going on here with Jason Bright's car this weekend. He qualified 1.4 seconds slower than his teammate Scaife. Craig Lowndes has been sniffing around there. He finally gets him on the approach to turn 12. But that's an extraordinary gap between these two cars, Wayne Gardner. 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. There must be something wrong there with Bridie's car, because I mean, Lowndesy just passed him in a straight line, and that normally wouldn't happen. Yeah, there goes the other two cars. So there's obviously
and John Bowell.
Mechanical failure going on there.
He's really struggling out there. He's just trying to get as many points as he can, salvage as many points. As we said before, the finishing positions for this 20-minute sprint determine the starting positions for race 2. So it's very important for Jason Bright still to fight hard. Now there's smoke coming from the back of the car too. Looks like it's really starting to deteriorate.
It's one of the things, Wayne, that you pointed out just the other day when you were saying whether or not you're trying to let someone through or you've got mechanical problems. In this kind of competition, when you look around you, you'll see 6 or 7 people go straight past. Greg Rust in the pits.
I can tell you guys that Jason Bright has got a massive oil pressure problem of some kind in that car. There's an alarm going off on the Motec system, or the engine management system that they run on that car. His exact words to them on the radio a moment ago were, "Guys, it's falling to bits. What should I do?"
Oh, here's another car in pit lane. And car 600, that will be car 600. Simon Wills has been given the black flag. The brake lights have not been working on the Caterpillar Ford. And as a result, the officials said that's too dangerous. You've got to have the brake lights working particularly. Oh, there he is, Jason Bright. He hasn't made it back.
The end of Jason Bright, currently in position number 12. And it's been a pretty bad start for Jason Bright all round. He hasn't had much luck. Copped a couple of penalties at Phillip Island, which ruined his weekend. He managed to finish 5th overall, but he's 10th overall in the championship. His teammate, as per usual, takes it through on lap 10, around turn 2, out in front.
Jeff Greck has had a word to Mark Scaife out there at the moment. They are concerned that Jason Bright's car may have leaked some oil. They're not sure, but it may have leaked some oil onto the circuit. They're saying to Mark, be careful around that car.
Well, Mark Scaife getting stronger and stronger. Jason Bright was hoping to challenge his teammate for the championship. He figured the battle for the points was pretty much over after Phillip Island. Well, I'm sure he'd be even more downcast now. 170 points coming into this round, 10th in the overall championship standings. Now another DNF. That's really going to hurt. On board with Marcus Ambrose running in 2nd place. He's say the improvement in the Stone Brothers Fords, Wayne Gardner, but they still need to find there's something missing there.
I agree totally. It's frustrating. But look, you know, I think, as I mentioned earlier, I think that by mid-season, I think we should be able to bridge the gap. I'm pretty confident of it. And but the cars have settled down a lot. They're a lot easier to drive, and it seems to be helping in setup as well. And I think that, you know, we still haven't cracked it just yet, but we're getting very, very close. I mean, the gap between Marcus and Scafie is a little bit, and always has been a little bit, but we're trying to catch, and this is probably going to end in tears, these two here. Tanner, my teammate, but I hope David can hold him off. He's doing a good job, and he's improved a lot this year now. The car's easier to drive. That's what it's all about.
He's getting a bit of a cue behind him too. Look at this. Craig Lowndes getting up behind Stephen Richards. Just a look down the inside of turn 1. So David Bernard getting the encouragement from Campbell Little, the team technician. 2 more to go, mate. 2 more. Very important to try and hold this battle group behind him. Bernard, Tander, Richards and Lowndes. You can see they're fighting outside the back of the top 10. David Bernard's just got 2 more laps to hold him in. He's got the headlights on. Garth Tander. Maximum intimidation here.
He's trying to frighten him out of it and obviously distract him. But, you know, David, he's a good driver. I think he's very fast, and in testing he's been very quick. And most times he's been quicker than Marcus, but he hasn't been felt comfortable in the car. You can see the tyres are moving around a lot now, and the cars are getting loose, and this is when it gets interesting, particularly the last couple of laps.
I saw a great battle between these two on the streets of Adelaide. That second race was just thrilling stuff. 250 kilometres distance. Drivers and the cars, everything were just completely worn out, and they were driving the wheels off them. Richo defending hard from every attack possible from Craig Lowndes. And now we've got the situation once again here over a much shorter distance though.
Spectacular stuff, isn't it? Around through turn 10 they go. Down this back straight, there's your PlayStation 2 race score. Mark Scaife, Marcus Ambrose and John Faulkner haven't moved as far as their starting positions go, but Greg Murphy's moved up 1 into 4th position overall. David Bernard still holding on to position number 7, and Garth Tander doesn't want to let go of number 8 either. Behind them is Richards and Lowndes. Look at this down the main straight. Tander intimidating stuff into this scary left-hander. Tander takes it on the outside. He won't get Bernard around here.
The grandstand crowd are standing. They can't believe this. What a great battle. Garth Tander so close to the back of the Havilland Ford. He goes deep under brakes into turn 2. Bernard's well positioned on the inside. He's not going to get an opportunity there, but look how close he gets to the back of the Ford on the way out.
Tander's looking everywhere, but he just can't quite find a hole at the moment. But, you know, I think David's doing a great job. It's his priority to hold the line, and he's doing a good job. And it's up to Tander to try and find his way around. And he's looked for the outside in that second turn, but you can't do it there. It's impossible. He's going to have to go up the inside somewhere, possibly into the hairpin around after Corporate Hill. He might try there, but it's going to be hard.
Look at this. He's got headlights just filling the rear bumper of the Havilland Falcon. I think those headlights might be on high beam too. Look pretty intense.
They look like it, don't they?
So Garth Tander trying everything he knows to unsettle David Bernard, but Bernard equal to the task. He's got a queue of cars building up behind him here.
That was the part that Wayne said was about the only move.
No, he couldn't do that. It was well done and well guarded by David, and looks like he's going to hold his position all the way home, which is what it's all about.
I tell you what, these Stone Brothers guys are certainly getting used to blocking people and holding their racing line, aren't they? Because Marcus Ambrose did a superb job at Phillip Island, and now David Bernard is doing a great job here at Eastern Creek, just holding off Garth Tander for position number 7 and 8. Craig Lowndes comes down the outside, the inside rather, of Stephen Richards.
1 more lap to go. Can he do it? Craig Lowndes down the inside, everyone's standing, and Lowndes sneaks down the inside to Stephen Richards. Barely a cigarette paper between them.
You know, that 00 Ford's got some straight line speed, very, very good straight line speed, just to pass one of the Birkins cars, and they're not slow. So they've done their homework on the engines.
Yeah, they say there's more to come. I was talking to Alan Heafy, team manager, early on. He said, really, this season, these first 2 seasons have been about building up a stockpile of weaponry to be able to have enough to fall back on before you start going to phase 2 of the engine development program. So they've still got some more to come.
Mark, they all say that. can I let you know that? Yeah. My team is saying the same, and so is HRT and everybody else. We've got more to come.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a common answer to it.
Don't we know it?
Well, there is still A defining question hanging over this V8 Supercar Championship, and the question is, can they catch Mark Skaife? Well, once again, he's shown that the answer is no, especially here at Eastern Creek. He won the first 2 races in Adelaide. He won the second race at Phillip Island, and he starts round 3 here at Eastern Creek in Sydney with a race 1 victory. Mark Skaife collects 80 points as he goes across the line ahead of Marcus Ambrose in second position. What a finish for John Faulkner, car number 46 in the Dynapack Commodore. Third, that's his highest finish in V8 Supercars. Fantastic stuff for the 45-year-old John Faulkner. Now the battle is still raging all the way down to the finish line. Bernard held off Tander and Lowndes in 9th position. Stephen Richards finishes in 10th as well.
So Mark Skaife looking at easy in the 20-minute sprint. Just took advantage of his pole position, got in front, was never headed. So now we can look forward to 2 150-kilometre races, including compulsory pit stop. And anyone knock off Mark Skaife.
The car wasn't too bad. Played with bars, ended it completely opposite to what we started with. Car was very good throughout, had enough adjustment for the distance we did, but we need to play with it for a longer race.
And the longer race, of course, is coming up. We've still got 2 races to finish off round 3. Here's how they finished race 1. Skaife, Ambrose and Faulkner. 1, 2 and 3. Greg Murphy moved up to 4th. Russell Ingall jumped 2 places to 5th. Stephen Ellery in 6th. Bernard and Tander had an almighty fight for 7th and 8th. And in position 9 and 10 was Craig Lowndes and Stephen Richards.
Todd Kelly and John Bowe, Rick Kelly, Paul Radisich and Stephen Johnson, the 2 Shell Fords together there. And Glenn Seaton rounded out the top 16.
Remember, points are on offer for all those who finish. So Jason Richards in 17th. He walks away with about 18 points. Neil Crompton, Greg Ritter, Bradley Jones, Max Wilson, Tony Longhurst, Larry Perkins and Jason Barguana in that rebuilt Valvoline Cummings Commodore finished in 24th position. We'll take you all the way through the field. 25 was Paul Wheel, and the last man to finish was Rodney Forbes in position 29. Bright Wills and McConville didn't get to the finish line, but we've still got 2 more races to go here at Eastern Creek. Can they catch this man, Mark Skaife? He's on his way to 4 round victories at the same circuit. We'll find out right after this break.
Out of control, out of control.